Hey guys, thanks for joining me for this real life extreme clean with me. It's extreme because I'm going to be doing some serious deep cleaning as I always do, but also showing you the real life everyday messes. A lot of the stuff that I'm cleaning in today's video, I didn't really plan on cleaning, but it was one of those days I actually had some extra time to focus on all of the random stuff, all of those random messes that I found throughout my home. Most of them are due to my kids, specifically the 2-year-old twins. So a lot jam-packed into today's video. If you need some motivation, if you just need someone to hang out, you just need to hang with a friend, I'm your girl, I'm here for you. So let's get things done together. So it was around 6:30, maybe closer to 7. Mike was cutting the grass, so I was inside with the girls, getting them involved in picking up the kitchen and the living room. And I do want to throw out a disclaimer that, you're watching me get the whole living room and kitchen cleaned up with my kids. And I just want you to know that I attempt this many nights and it does not flow this well. It just so happened to flow well tonight. It was the perfect night, Most of the time, somebody's crying, somebody's fighting, somebody's in a bad mood, all of that. But this was just one of those nights that Emery was jumping in and helping me. Avery was helping. Nobody was fighting. Nobody was crying. So So one of the more exciting parts of this video, I'm going to be trying out a grill cleaning hack, so stay tuned for that. I'm also going to be cleaning some sticky fingerprints off of my wall, cleaning up my bathroom drain because the water wasn't draining properly in that sink, and I was able to pull a lot of the gross stuff out from under there. I'm also going to be trying out a carpet rake, a little pet detailer for the carpet before I vacuum. So a lot of new stuff in today's video, and hopefully you guys can walk away feeling motivated. Hopefully you can walk away with some new ideas to make cleaning more fun for you.
Says that you gotta take the chance you get, cause we are one in a million. Tonight's the night you gotta take the chance you get, cause we are one in a million. Tonight's the night we come alive.
So my kids didn't completely disappear. Maybe that would be nice if the kids could just go and put themselves to bed, right? But Mike had come in from cutting the grass, so he took them upstairs to put them down while I was finishing up cleaning for the night. And I am using my Bissell Steam Shot hand steamer to clean the garbage can. This was one of those things that I had not planned on cleaning, but as you can see, the garbage can was pretty gross. The area, the cabinet around was pretty gross. I wanted to tackle it right now before I forgot. But anyways, how are you guys doing? What's going on? It's almost time for back to school. Avery will be going back to school on August 20th. She'll be in first grade. So we have a couple of weeks left of summer, but I don't know. here we are. We got to start getting into a better routine. I've been kind of researching, new routines, new things I want to try, maybe nighttime routines for the night before, morning routines. Avery was in kindergarten last year, so that was like our first year experiencing, she was in preschool, but like first year experiencing like the back to school, like bus, all of that stuff. So we're kind of feeling stuff out. But yeah, I'm hoping if you guys want to see it, maybe do a video on like back to school, like routines and things we're doing. So are you guys ready? Ready for back to school?
It's what I believe is right. Tonight's the night we come alive. To live and to love, you don't need much, you got the pieces. Beyond and above, when you know the single reason I might do bad things, I agree. But the moment says it's right for me. So can I get a one dance? 'Cause I wanna be the one dancing. I wanna be the one better and stronger and faster. Bottle up and get going. The road is running up slowly. I wanna be the one better and stronger and faster.
But speaking of back to school, fall is almost here. What are you guys thinking? Are you ready for fall or do you not want summer to go? I love summer and I love fall. I think those are my two favorite seasons, but I am ready for fall. I know fall, like decorating is like a big thing, on YouTube and all of that, but I'll tell you that I get all of the hype about fall. I love everything about fall. I almost said football. Well, that's one of the main things we love about the fall. We love our football. I even like it over the Christmas season, the holiday season. It's hard because I'm itching to decorate for fall because I truly love it. I usually decorate in late August and leave it up until close to Thanksgiving. And even then, I don't want it to come down. But like Christmas, we only decorate for Christmas for about a month. And I am ready. Like the day after Christmas, I want it gone. So I don't know. I love fall. I never get tired of the decorations, even though they're up for 3 months. So are you guys on the same page as I am? Are you ready for fall? Do you like fall over the Christmas season? What's your favorite season? And are you guys ready? Okay, yes, how random. Just a package of an unopened, which was good, of Ritz crackers in the couch. Why? Like, did someone get a package of Ritz crackers that they wanted to eat and then they forgot about it and then it somehow ended up in the couch? I don't know. But yes, luckily it wasn't open so crumbs didn't get everywhere. Okay, so speaking of fall, just something completely random, something that I love that I cannot control myself, like, a lot of girls like bags or shoes. I cannot control myself around candles. I love candles and I am so excited for fall candles. Let me know where your favorite place to get candles are. Like, I need some good, cozy smelling fall candles. Recently, my sink has not been draining very well, so I took out that little, like the drain stopper thing, and was planning on cleaning it out really well. And as you could see, there was a lot of stuff in there, and I had already used Drano, so I really needed to get all of that junk from out of the drain. And I was going to pour some baking soda and vinegar in there to kind of break everything up, and then clean the drain really well with my Rubbermaid power scrubber. So this was cleaning on day one. You're gonna see 2 days of cleaning. Day one, I was doing some cleaning at night, and then it's gonna be crazy because on day two, you're gonna see like a good chunk of the day I got to clean uninterrupted. My mother-in-law had taken the girls to the zoo, and I think just with Avery going back to school, she wanted to spend some time with them. So I had most of the day to clean uninterrupted, which is so weird to be able to do that, not have distractions, to not feel rushed, to not feel like I have to stay on this like routine, this like strict routine, and to be able to clean in peace and quiet. And it was just nice because, like I said, I got to do a lot of things that I've been meaning to do, that I've known has needed to be done, but I just haven't gotten to, like cleaning the wall behind the twins' high chairs because they become a mess because that's where they eat. So I've been meaning to do it, but other things always kind of take precedence over it. And I was finally able to tackle really deep cleaning the grill. You know, Mike cleans it kind of, you know, when we use it, but I've been wanting to try this new grill cleaning hack for a while, the deep cleaning. So I was excited to get the opportunity to try these things today. So most of the time I like using my Jaws bathroom cleaners to clean in here, but since I had a lot of gross drain stuff on the countertop, I was using this Microban bathroom cleaner. I really like it for disinfecting, but it does leave a slight film, so that's why I don't use it all of the time. Like I just kind of pick and choose when I need to use it as a disinfectant or a sanitizer. And so what I did was I sprayed it down, and then you're supposed to let it sit 5 minutes, so I wanted to go in and clean the toilet, and then I was going to go back and wipe it all down. But like I said, I like it. It does a good enough job. I mean, it's the bathroom. Who really cares if there's a slight film? Because I was more interested in the disinfecting at this point. So a lot of you guys asked, so not too long ago, you guys were asking me questions over on the YouTube community tab. And one of the questions, which I thought was just kind of fun, kind of different, or just something that maybe you don't know about me, is somebody asked, what was my favorite boozy drink? So what's my favorite drink with alcohol? My favorite non-alcoholic drink is water with lemon, a seltzer water, I guess. But when it comes to drinking alcohol, I was kind of laughing because I kind of like it all. And I know that sounds kind of bad, to say, but what I mean is I like beer, I like wine, I like liquor, like mixed drinks, and it all depends on the environment I'm in, like my mood. So like if I go to a sports bar to eat, or if I go to a baseball game or hockey game or some type of sporting event, I'm gonna have a beer, and I like wheat beers like Blue Moon. That's my favorite. But let's say I'm going on a date night. Mike and I are going out. I'll usually get like a cocktail or I'll get a glass of wine. So it just kind of depends on like even the time of the year. So like in the summertime, I drink white wines. In the winter time, I drink red wines. I do not like sweet drinks at all. I like dry wines for sure. Like I cannot drink a Moscato at all. Like I could never drink a glass of Moscato. I like Sauvignon Blanc, those type of things. Like Riesling is about the sweet I can go, and I like a more dry Riesling. So it all just kind of depends on, I guess, like the time of the year, what I'm feeling, where I'm at, but I kind of like it all. So I guess I don't discriminate when it comes to my alcohol drinks. But non-alcoholic, I pretty much stick to water and lemon all day, every day, and like seltzer waters. Oh, and if Mike and I are just like Saturday night, just hanging out at the house, I'm more likely to have a glass of wine. Oh, and really quickly, right here, I am just sprinkling some baking soda on the mattress to let it sit. It's kind of how I deodorize, freshen up, and kind of clean my mattress from time to time. And then I was going to let it sit most of the day. So I saw this girl cleaning hack recently and I was like, I'm going to try it. So I was using Simple Green, which is, I've used it to clean the grill, like not taking the grates out before, and it does a really good job of cleaning. So I poured some into a plastic tub with hot water, and I was going to let them soak for multiple hours, and we'll see how it does. I couldn't fit everything in there, but I just kind of threw that top rack in there, even though it wasn't fully. I'll just have to get a bigger one next time. But the Simple Green meets the Safer Choice, the EPA safe product choices. So that's why I feel like it's okay to use on something that we put our food on. So many of you guys have been asking me to try out a carpet rake or like a little, like one of these like scrapers for the carpet. This is it's called the Lily Brush. It is for, you can use it in the car, like car detailing. So I'm going to try it out there. But like if you have a dog or cat or fuzz, it kind of like rakes up the carpet. And so what I was doing is I was going in, using it on my stairs before I vacuumed. I've seen Cambria, Living with Cambria, love her channel. She uses this a lot and she loves using her carpet rakes. So I was like, all right, I'll give it a try. Now, I kind of expected to see more dog fur. However, I do vacuum my stairs quite a bit, so maybe that's why. But I will say that this does a really good job of getting into the corners, like the creases of the carpet. And you can see, like, I just kind of went through each stair and I was kind of balling it up in like a little pile before I went and vacuumed. And I would say that, especially because you can use this in the car, I found it pretty helpful. I don't think I would use it like on my main carpet, but you know what? I think it would be really good to use in like the corners of your carpet.
take my love for granted. Say a bunch of stuff you never mean, yeah.
It's so crazy to me when I think of, the twins being in high chairs. We do have booster seats that they sit in, but I don't know. They tend to eat a little bit earlier than me, Mike, and Avery. Like usually we'll sit down, but like the twins just seem to need to eat a little bit earlier, and we'll give them snacks, but I don't want them filling up on snacks before eating dinner. So usually we're kind of like getting stuff together for dinner, and they're eating in the high chairs, and then we'll pull them over and they'll sit with us when we actually eat. But we just have like a good area for the high chairs. I remember when we came to this house, when we toured it. So we moved in when Avery was like 2 weeks old. We came here and the previous owners had just built the house. So it was like 6 months old. And their job, they got transferred, so they were selling. We came in, and right away I was like, oh, that's a perfect area for a high chair. I think that if we didn't have this designated area, I probably would have already gotten rid of the high chairs and they would just sit in the booster seats. But we have this perfect area because with Avery, we had her high chair here, and then we took the high chair away and we didn't put anything here. Like there's nothing. It's like a little cutout that we wouldn't necessarily put anything anyways. So to me, it doesn't matter that we have the high chairs because like they're not in the way. In our old house, the high chair, Avery was only 2 weeks old, so we didn't even put her high chair up, but where we would have had to have put it, it would have been in the way and it would have been a pain. Like we probably would have folded it up when we weren't using it. So like if it would have been we would have a situation like that, I probably would have already done away with their high chairs, but it's kind of like the perfect area. So I'm just kind of going with it, leaving it here. It doesn't really bother me.
Nothing more to say, let's just waste away. One more time is all we need. A bitter truth to face, not that innocent. We know what we did. I'm a sucker for your love, even though it's kinda toxic, babe. You know I feel it when we touch. That your love is from a different.
So of course, throughout this time, I was also doing laundry because I was washing our bedding. I had multiple loads of laundry to do. I was doing that throughout the day. But something else that's kind of crazy to me as we're coming up on almost a year of when we painted our cabinets, which is crazy to think that it's been a year. I love that they're white, so I'm so glad we went ahead and did it. But I've started to think about things that I want to do in the house, like changes I want to make. But I don't know if you guys watched one of my more like recent videos. I had talked about how we do plan on moving. I mean, nothing is ever 100%. Like we're casually looking. We're not serious about it, just casually looking. And so I know eventually we're going to move, but it could be like, a house could go up tomorrow and we could put an offer on it. But we're in no hurry. We want to find the right house. So we're just saving up and like slowly going about the house process. So like we could be here another 2 years. So like there's things that I want to change, but I also don't want to spend the money to make changes when I know we're going to leave here. And when we spoke with our realtor, just the area in which we live in, the house, the neighborhood, how in demand it is, he said our house is going to go super quickly. Like not even in today's market, because all houses are going fast. He's like, you have like the price range is like for the city we live in, the area in the city we live in, the neighborhood. He's like, this is prime real estate. Your house is going to go very quickly. So for me, like I know a lot of people would say, well, maybe it'll add value to our house. We're not really concerned with that. So I just don't want to spend the money to make changes when I know we're eventually going to leave. And I think the hard part is we don't know when that's going to be. Like if it's 2 years, okay, maybe I'd redo my laundry room. But what if it's 6 months? Then I'd be like, no, I don't want to redo my laundry room. So it's kind of hard, but I don't know. I've just been kind of thinking about things I want to do, but I don't know.
Flashing light keeps it dead in my mind, leading me on like it's whatever. We could go on, but we should know better. We can't go on again, 'cause you seem like you want it bad. My head is spinning off the edge, and I'm giving in way too fast, way too fast. We can't go on again, 'cause you seem like you want it.
All right, because I have the time, I am taking a snack break. So I'm gonna show you what 2 of my favorite snacks are lately. So first off, love sparkling water. This is the AHA blueberry pomegranate. That's probably my favorite flavor. And these Yasso bars, they are Greek yogurt, but it tastes like real ice cream. Like I wouldn't know the difference if I had this in a bowl. So it's 100 calories, 5 grams of protein, which I love. And then it's the chocolate chip cookie dough is my favorite. We also have the mint chocolate chip here, which I don't love as much, but you guys, so good. They are expensive, but totally worth it in my opinion because they are so good, and it's like a healthy little snack that I can have. Then I ate this earlier, the Nature Valley biscuits, the almond butter. I've tried the peanut butter, and I love peanut butter. Peanut butter is one of my favorite foods, I guess, if that's what you would call it. I don't know. But almond butter is way better than the peanut butter ones. Ugh, so good. So I've been eating all of the snacks today as I'm cleaning, and you know what? Snacks make cleaning more fun. But yeah, check these out. Check either of these out. They're really good.
When the day turns into night, it's you. Under my eyelid, one big fight, it's you. Well, everything can go to pieces. I don't care, as long as you're there.
So this was just after 2 hours, and I was going to keep letting it soak. And at this point I was kind of moving on, folding laundry, doing some cleaning upstairs. But going back to what I was saying earlier, I would like to redo the laundry room. I would also like to do something with that front room that is off of our living room. And I always talk about it being wasted space. I mean, it's just an extension of our living room. And a lot of you guys are like, make it into an office, which would be nice because we need that additional office space. But the problem is the twins. I mean, even Avery, she probably would be like, they would mess with, I mean, if you have small kids, they get into everything. And I just feel like, especially if there was an office, like a desk, I just wouldn't want, like, even like our bills or like important papers. It'd be hard because they would have access to that. So like right now, especially the twins, I mean, at least Avery, we could tell her not to touch it. There's no way we can make that into an office space. The other thing too is, I don't know, with an office, like I am very particular about having my house picked up, you know, like when I can. But like sometimes I feel like there are some rooms in your house that you have to be okay with maybe not being 100% like perfect. Laundry room being one of those. Like sometimes, you know, I have clothes hanging and drying and baskets in there, and that's just how it has to be. So I'm kind of grateful that our laundry room's upstairs. Same thing with the office. Like Mike and I both have desks up there, and sometimes, you know, you have like a little post-it note, like a reminder that you'll set out, or you have a bill, or you have a piece of paper like I have to deal with this next week, but I want it like sitting out so I'm like reminded by it. You guys know what I'm talking about. Like I want that space that I can kind of not have it. I don't want it to be a mess, but I want to kind of let the office be a little like imperfect, I guess. And so I don't think I would like that in my living room. You know, like I kind of want my living room and kitchen for the most part to be picked up, to be clean looking. And I kind of want to let my office be an office, not a disaster, but be realistic about the office. So I don't know. I mean, we could always add a wall, you know, add in French doors, but that would be a big cost. So I wouldn't want to do that unless we for sure stayed here. But anyways, I've also been thinking about making it like a nicer playroom, like not playroom. We have all like the toys downstairs. We let the basement become a disaster because we can. But I'm thinking that now that the twins are older, we don't have as many of like the baby toys. We can limit the amount of toys we have up here because they're older and they can go downstairs and play. So I'm thinking maybe making it into like a nicer looking toy space or like a nice little table and chairs. I don't know. The wheels are turning. We'll see. So the verdict on Simple Green is it did a really, really good job. Is it perfect? No. But this is also the first time that I've done it. And I did scrub it a lot. I mean, so what the Simple Green did was it broke everything up. There were like a lot, like these were covered in layers of black. And some of the Simple Green, just soaking it, the black came off. I did go in and scrub it, but I didn't have to scrub very hard. The stuff was like falling off as I was scrubbing. And I mean, I didn't expect the grates to be perfect, but also this is the first time. So if I keep up with this, I mean, it's like soaking it for a few hours and then doing like one like scrape over and like on each side. I don't know. I'm going to keep up with it. Proof that it actually works is this top rack was stainless steel. The other ones was it was a gray color. The stainless steel where the like this was the rack that I couldn't get all the way in. You could see the area that was soaking versus the area that wasn't soaking. So here I was just vacuuming up all of that baking soda after letting it sit all day on here. And then I was using the shop vac from our garage just because I've heard that it's not good to vacuum up baking soda. Some people say you can, some people say you can't. And I don't want to risk ruining one of my vacuums. We have a shop vac, so I brought that in from the garage and was vacuuming up all of that baking soda. Well, guys, I just say, oh, well. So I'm going to go ahead, close out this video. I just folded the laundry. I'm not going to show you the girls because Emery is in her diaper. But thank you guys for sticking around this entire video. I am grateful that you are here and you guys watch my videos and stay until the end. I love you guys. So anyways, I will see you guys. Anyways, I will see you guys. Anyways, I will see you guys next time. Bye. 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 You want to? Emery wanted to say bye. Say bye. Bye.